Hi, I'm Bonnie Spindler, and we're here in Petaluma. Petaluma is 38 miles north of San Francisco, and it's known for its heritage homes. What's interesting is that in 1906, when most of San Francisco was destroyed, Petaluma's completely untouched. So it has housing stock from like 1840 right up into present day. This was designed by Brainerd Jones in 1904, and it's a Carnegie library. So today it's the History Museum. We're gonna buy our tickets inside. Come on inside. So Brainerd Jones designed this building in 1904. He went on to design lots of major scale buildings, both in San Francisco and Petaluma, and most of them are still around, and 8 of them are on the Historic Registry of Places. This building is interesting because the columns kind of go up and support the largest stained glass window in California. Let's go buy our tickets. So this guy right here, Lyman Byce, he invented the incubator, and with that overnight, it created the egg and chicken capital of the world, Petaluma. It made Petaluma very wealthy and filled the banks full of more money than any place else in the United States. It also caused our housing boom. Hi, here we are at the first stop on our Heritage Home Tour. We are at 711 D Street. This was built for a prominent dairyman, Solomon Pierce, at the turn of the century. It's one of the oldest existing buildings still left in Petaluma. So let's go meet the homeowner, Angela Sarmiento. Thank you.
So nice to show you around.
It's actually freezing out there. It's really cold.
This is actually the original music room. When we purchased the place, we put in these beautiful bookshelves because it really accentuates the height of the ceiling of a Victorian. It's the front room of the house. It has great natural light. It's just a great place as a family to kind of gather.
And tell me about this. What is this?
You know, when we bought the house, it wasn't the original fireplace structure, but this was here, and the woodwork was there. So collected these steam gauges that were from steam engines in and around Petaluma in the 1800s. These floors are all concrete Cuban floors that we got, and they just really speak nicely to the age of the house.
Totally. Wow, what a beautiful dining room. This speaks the time period.
You know, the framing in here is redwood. The nails were handmade. You know, underneath the paint is all the original redwood wainscoting, and I just think that age and that richness is, you just can't replace it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so glad you opened it for Heritage Homes. So nice of you.
All right, well, I'm so glad that you came over.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Good.
Here we are at our next stop on the Heritage Home Tour. It's Dr. Gossage's house. It was built in 1898, and he was a large animal veterinary. Come on inside, let's take a look around. Welcome to Dr. Gossage's grand entryway. Up here we have a gasolier, which was half gas, half electric. And then on the walls you can see the anaglypta, which is pressed wallpaper made to look like leather. Let's go in and see the dining room. Wouldn't you love to have dinner in this dining room? So the family would eat formal dinners here. The food would be laid out on the buffet, and the fireplace in the inn makes sure that everybody is cozy and warm. Let's go take a look at the informal family room. So the wood floors that you see here, the inlay, is original to the house. What you see here is a very eclectic room, and that was very typical for the Victorians. And so just like then, this house is eclectic. It has a lot of different influences in it. A little bit of French, a little bit of English, and a little bit of American. So from the informal living room, we go to the kitchen. The kitchen is obviously completely remodeled, but it's made to look like it's old. Well, the way we do that is by including Carrara marble, antique drawer pulls, nickel fixtures, antique looking light fixtures, antique tile behind the stove, and an antique-looking La Corneau. The piece of wood over the stove is out of a historic barn from Petaluma. So here we are outside with the addition to the Victorian home, some inside-outside space. French doors are new, made to look old, and we have room for sitting outside in the sun, eating outside, which would not have been necessarily the Victorian way. But anyway, I bought this house 2 years ago and started renovating it, and I'm so glad I got to share it with you today. And thank you for tagging along for the Victorian home tour with Heritage Homes in Petaluma. I'll see you next month for more American Dream.